Long Key State Park, located in Long Key, Florida, in the Florida Keys, is one of the coolest places we found in a while. I really hadn't ever heard of it before. We kind of just saw the sign and showed up. And I tell you guys a lot that if you're going to the Florida Keys, my biggest piece of advice is to just kind of show up and plan some time to have no plans, basically, because the things that you'll stumble on, the things that you'll just kind of naturally find to do, tend to be the most fun adventures, and the Keys has so much of that to offer. That's exactly how we found this place. We do this most of our trips to the Keys. We don't really make plans. Of course, I have a bucket list, but that's just growing and growing, and I'm totally fine with that. And so we found this place by just seeing a sign on the side of the road, or, on the road, that said Long Key State Park. We looked at each other, said, "Do you want to go?" And then we decided to go. I am here today to tell you all about Long Key State Park and then show you some of our video footage from our amazing morning that we spent there. So first of all, the park is open from 8 a.m. until sundown, and I believe we spent around $10 to get in to the park. So I am more than happy to pay that because it really supports the park. It helps pay the rangers, which, by the way, were incredibly friendly and super helpful. They really wanted to help teach us more about the park, and they really spent time helping us get to know more about the park and more about the area that we were in. They really didn't have to do that, and they really went above and beyond, and I so appreciated it. You can camp here for $22.50 a night. Right now, this is just for tent camping. Their RV campground is going to be amazing, but it's currently under construction because Hurricane Irma did a good number on that campground. Camping is located on the Atlantic side, and it is considered primitive camping. That means that you might not get all of the bells and whistles that you may expect from some campgrounds, but you can expect a grill, a picnic table, and a hammock stand. There are also showers available. They are cold, so they're not going to be warm water, but at least there's an opportunity to freshen up if needed. And they also do have restrooms. So all of those things are available when you camp there. So now let's talk about Long Key State Park, the reason that we loved it, and the reason that I think that you will too. So the very first thing of many, but the first thing is that it's a great place to watch wildlife. This means that if you are a bird lover or if you like to watch birds, you're going to love it here. There is a ton of opportunity to see the birds, and I love birds, but I'm not necessarily informed on the different names of the species and so on. So I will actually link the official park's website below because they do list some of what you can expect to see. And I saw that and I was worried that I would just mispronounce all the names. So I will just link that below. But we loved seeing all of the birds, and we saw a lot of butterflies as well. Long Key State Park is actually a designated location on the Great Florida Wildlife and Birding Trail. Sorry, it's the other way around. The Great Florida Birding and Wildlife Trail. And so you know it's going to be good in terms of birding and seeing similar types of wildlife, and it really was amazing. We did see a lot, and if that is something that you specifically are into, you are going to love it here. You can also fish in the park, but you do need to have your fishing license. So if you're fishing, make sure that you get that ahead of time. Okay, now on to my favorite part of the park, and that is the hiking trails. So of note, they are called hiking trails, but they were very easy. They were paths, so you weren't like hiking through the forest or anything like that, and there was really not a lot of incline. So of course, go at your own comfort level, but we found them to be very easy to walk, and you'll see that in the video as well. So if you're concerned about your ability to get through the hike, look at the video, and that will help clarify, I think, a lot of that for you. So the path, there are two of them. There are two different hiking trails. We did both. One of them was 1.1 miles, and I think total we ended up walking something like 1.5. I have an Apple Watch, but I didn't turn it on until we were already into the walk. So it was a beautiful walk. And I think that it would be important for me to note that it was a beautiful day when we were there. I think it was only like 68 degrees and the sun was out. So I don't know if I would feel the same way if I went at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon in August when it's 100 degrees and high humidity. So keep that in mind as well. But we absolutely loved this hiking trail. You know, if you follow me, how much I love the water, and that's probably always going to be my like number one priority. And the views of the water from this trail were absolutely out of this world. They were so beautiful, and they definitely exceeded anything I could have expected. Now, again, we didn't even know that this park existed, so we didn't really have expectations, but we really didn't even know it was going to be on the water when we got there. And so I was just so pleasantly surprised, and it was just so beautiful. So I could go on and on about that, and I will just mostly let the videos do the talking there. But just know it's beautiful. And this is also where we saw some wildlife. I saw a few butterflies, and it was just an amazing morning with my husband. One last thing to note is that we did see some other people on the trail, but for the most part, we really felt pretty secluded. This is kind of funny. Towards the end, there was like a larger family. It was, 2 parents and then like 3 teenage kids. And we were walking pretty slow because we were just like taking it all in. So we kept we would stop and like let them pass us. And then, cause they were walking pretty fast. Like it seemed like they were doing it almost more for exercise than like taking in nature, which is totally fine. This is an amazing place to get exercise. So anyway, we would stop and then they would pass us, and then they would like stop and we'd pass them, and then we felt like we were going too slow for them. So like towards the end, that went on, but that was kind of funny. And other than that, we really enjoyed, we really felt like we had a lot of it to ourselves, and it was amazing. Everyone that we ran into was super friendly, so it was just a perfect morning. Okay, so a few more things, because yes, this park is so amazing. I have more to say. You can rent kayaks here, and we actually didn't know this until I was researching to give you all the information. So it's $17.50 for one, and then I think $21.50, yes, for a double. And this is for 2 hours. Again, the water was beautiful and it was so calm. I think that we would have done this if we had known, and I definitely think we're gonna go back and do that sometime. And here we go. My bucket list for the Keys just keeps growing, which actually makes me very happy. Also, there are a few areas for swimming and snorkeling. I think that this would be such a cool place to snorkel because the water is so calm and it's pretty shallow. So it's like easy to get into, and you're not gonna get like knocked over by a bunch of waves or something like that. But I will note that beaches in the Keys, if you've never been to the Keys before, the Keys are not known for having nice beaches. And I don't say that to be negative. I love them just the same, if not more. But I do hear a lot of people feel kind of disappointed or give the beaches a bad review because they don't know what to expect. So don't expect long stretches of white sand. You can expect seagrass at times and like moss, that sort of thing. It might be muddy, it might be rocky. And again, it's stunning. Like, I don't care. I don't care about those things because it's so pretty. But I just want you to go in with realistic expectations on what to expect. When I was reading some reviews about this park, a lot of people complained about the beach not being a good place to lay out and that sort of thing. So just know what to expect before you go. This place is wonderful for exploring. Maybe get some water shoes, with harder bottoms that would make it more comfortable to get in the water or hike the trails. Great for exploring. Just have realistic expectations for what you might encounter if you're looking for some sort of beach day. So like I mentioned, we really didn't have expectations of this park because we had never heard of it before we saw the sign on the road and just decided to go there. But somehow it exceeded any expectations we even could have had. It was such a fun morning. Again, we had nice weather. So if you go in the middle of summer or on a really hot day, make sure you bring water. I believe that there are water fountains at the restroom facilities, so just stay hydrated. It can be really hot out there, especially in the summer. I'm going to let the videos do the talking for me the rest of the time. I hope that you enjoy them. This was seriously such a good morning, and I know I keep saying that, but I just feel like this place is so underrated. I can't believe I haven't even heard of it. We had the greatest time, and I think that you will too. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I would love to hear them. And we have more adventures from this day that are coming up in YouTube videos the rest of this week. So make sure you subscribe so that you don't forget to catch those videos that are coming, because I want to bring you along. All right, see you soon.
I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again, but life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, 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 running to better times. Go, 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 from my emotions I'll go, 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 running to better times, to better times, to better times, to better times, to better times. Remember I was laughing in all the photos that you took, but now it looks like acting, like we were fiction in a book. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, 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 running to better times. Go, 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 from my emotions I'll go, 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 running to better times, 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 to better times. I look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me, nothing can stop